Hi guys, this is Suzanne HB, Crazy Just Might Work on Instagram, and I thought I might do something unusual and release the bracelet that I actually made today, since I'm making another one tonight and I've got it fresh in my mind. So this is the slip and slide bracelet. This is one of the ways that you can pull these through. These are basically held in but able to be moved around. They can be put in the center, they can be off center. One band can move one way, one can move another. You can have it all the way in like that, so that you've got lovely, sort of almost remind me of dragonfly wings. So you've got a lot of choices about the way you can wear this one. Yeah, so you can do all sorts of crazy things with them if you want to. I'm making one for my husband right now, just to give you an example. He's got a very funky shirt tomorrow with lots of different colours. But his is actually going to look like this because his shirt's kind of like splodgy colours. I'll post it. Hopefully by the time you see this it'll be posted anyway. But so it gives you a really interesting variegated look in it. So you can do kind of all sorts of crazy things. It's quite flexible because it's just got a single chain running through the middle. But it also looks quite solid. It's got a circular kind of feel. So anyway, I shall show you how to make it. I'll do an example with fluoro colours, so hopefully if my lighting's not so great, you'll still be able to catch on. Alright, I'm going to do something a little bit different and use the same colour for the inside chain as I use for the capping of the chain. So for the one that I'm using as this example, I'm going to use for this chain inside, which I don't know if you'll be able to see, the chain inside is actually pink. I'm going to use the pink, but I'm also going to use the pink as these capped bands that run this way, and I will use alternating fluoro green and fluoro yellow for the bits that go, the slip and slidey bits, these ones that go through here, the wings or the ears or whatever you would like to call them. It's such a fun little bracelet, this one. You can really play with it. Alright, so it doesn't take a huge amount of bands. I think probably maybe 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. It would probably take about, say, probably about 100 to 140 bands if you've got a larger wrist. So a kid's size one is about 100. Like a lady's one would be about 120. Alright, so first thing we need to do is do a cap band. How unusual. So just double cap a band to start yourself off, and then grab the band. Now this, normally if you're doing two colours, like one inside and one as the cap bands running across, I've discovered that it looks nicer if you do the cap band in the colour that's going to be capped all the way up, because that's the most prominent colour, so that having the cap band in that colour actually makes it look nicer. Alright, so in this case we're doing both the same colour, so it doesn't matter. Alrighty, so we grab that and we make just a single chain on there. What you need to do, and it works better once you've got the this sort of moving, is you take that off, so don't lose it. You take that off and you grab two of the bands that you're going to use as your capped encircling bands, these ones that run around the middle and you can see the most of in the bracelet running down that centre bit, and you double cap them. And you just sit them on the hook. They're sitting there ready and waiting. You grab two of the bands that you're going to use as your little wingy bits, the slidey bits, and once you've done that, you grab just that side closest to your hook hand and you slot the two bands that are going to be the wingy bits. I should work out what to call them, shouldn't I? The slip and slide loops, and just hook those on like that. So that captures them on the first part. Then you grab one of these here, so you got the two caps, and you slide it to the end there, and you just slide that double cap. It should be really easy because it's only double capped over there. So you've got this cap band still sitting here ready and waiting. Okay, then you get these two bands, bring them up and over just to get them out of the way. And this left hand band is going to be taken off. And then these bands also go off the hook, but you see that they're basically in the center there now. I've been turning my hook over and hooking them out of the way and then pushing my hook through the other side. And you can see that's got them trapped. And to finish it off, you just grab your second cap band and slide it over like that. And that's one section. You can see right from the beginning you can do what you like with those. Play around with them. Kind of looks like a bee. Okay, it's a pink and green bee, but nonetheless, maybe it's a fly. Okay, so to do that again, that is basically the whole bracelet right there. You do the same thing over and over and over and over again. So get the band that you've got running as your chain. So I've changed my setup here, so I'm just getting used to where my hands need to be. Okay. So once that's through, and that kind of just stops everything from falling off for the moment, you put that down, and you grab the same thing as we did before, two bands of the capping bit that runs down the middle, and you just cap those. So figure eight them, double cap onto there, double cap onto there. Grab two bands of the ones going to be the wings, or we can do yellow ones if we're alternating. Then you grab what you've put down, put your hook through one side, hook on, whoops, not onto there, hook your two bands over so that they're sitting in between like that, and then grab that one on as well. So they're sitting in between the two loops of that chain. Grab one of your cap bands from here, slide it along so that it's just captured on that hook. Makes it easier to slip the cap band over, and just push the cap band down. Like that. So it's captured it underneath that cap band. Then we grab these bands and push them over, and you put it in kind of like the center of those there. Doesn't really matter, you're going to take them off, but the positioning does help because they're just in the right spot when you go to take it off the hook. They're just sitting in exactly the right place where you need them. So you take that one off, and then this one, slide that back, grab your hook, and just push those back and push that through. And you've got them trapped there. And then you slide, that beeping is my iron, you slide the, whoops, slide the second cap band over to complete that section. Okay, I was concentrating my iron beeping, so hopefully these next ones, if you didn't catch it, it'll make more sense. So that's what it's going to look like. You do see a little tiny bit of that chain band through there, but it's certainly not a prominent colour. And that's what it looks like when you've just got them sitting together. You can pull one way, you can have them slightly staggered. There's just so many little options there. I love playing with it. Alright, so once you've gone through that, you put your chain, next chain, oops, put your next chain through. Put it down, knowing that it's not going to run away, and you grab two more cap bands. So same thing all over again. Cap your band, twist and through, cap your second band, and then you grab pop it on there, just that side, and grab two of your next, what do we call them? Slidey wing bits. And put it on there in the centre. So they're captured in that chain. Slide them onto the end so that it's hooked on the hook, and that makes it easier to slip this over. So they're captured underneath that. Next, we're going to flip this up, kind of position it roughly there, in between those two bands, in between the two bands just here. Again, it doesn't really matter, it's just, it needs to be kind of in front of that one. Take this band off. Try not to lose it like I'm about to. There we go. I normally would do it the other way. I was trying to stay out of your way and got myself hooked up. Turn your hook over and push back those ones just to get them out of the way as you put it back on. And then this cap band, slide those to the end, catch them under the hook, and that cap band slides easily over, like that. And then you start again with your next single chain. So it's pretty straightforward, but it does get a very cute effect. Get a bit of a different effect. It's very squishy. It's kind of a squishy, nice squishy one, and very flexible. And you get a much rounder, sort of fuller effect with the limited edition bands. But as you see with these ones, which are the silicone, it's not quite. If you can see the comparison, the limited edition bands make it sort of a little bit wider and chunkier looking. These ones are the Sweets 600 pack from Rainbow Loom, which are lovely. They're sort of a fine silicone one, and that's all I've done it with so far, but I imagine that it would go reasonably well. I don't know if the opaques would go as well through the centre as the caps, but I think they'd go okay on the slidey loop bits. So, okay, let's try that again. So once we've got that chain, take him off. Now if you've got bands that aren't quite as sort of chunky and solid, what I have been doing on some of these bracelets where I'm taking it off, because I've got to do another step on the hook, is just doing a little slip knot, just a holding slip knot, not pull tight, and it just means that they're fairly secure. Okay, so I'm grabbing another two bands that are going to be my cap bands. Let's go 1, 2, sitting there just prepared. I grab that back just on the one side, dangle dangle. Grab my wingy bits. Oh, I should be using yellow. Grab the slip and slidey wingy bits and hook them over. So basically you're just putting them over that little loop on the other side. Grabbing your cap bands and just sliding the cap bands, so the cap band's just going over the top of that chain. Then we grab these bands, loop them up, and grab a hold of that. Let that one come off. Go over the top of it with your hook. If your hook's turned upside down, you can do that. You don't have to turn your hook upside down. You can just kind of position it, squash the band down with your finger if you want to and push it under. I just find it's kind of easy for me to just grab it like that and then push through the other side. So that works for me. Always like to show different ways of doing things. If you find your own way of doing it, that's great. Alrighty. So that's how it's growing. Okay, one last time, just in case, and then if you're still a bit stuck, you can go back to where I've done it before. So the last time, grab our single chain colour, pull it through, and release that. Pop it down somewhere that your dog won't get it, or your cat. And then we grab the next lot of slip and slide, and the next ones that we're going to cap. So 1, 2, so it's a figure 8 twist. 1, 2, second twist. Doesn't even matter if they get tangled on there, because it's very easy to get them in a position that you want to have them. Alrighty, go through one side. I should do this as a lefty, shouldn't I? Alright, I'll do it right-handed, then I'll do it as a left one. Grab the bands that are going to be the slip and slide wingy things. Hook them over like that, so they can't get away. Slide that to the end so that it's well secured while you slide these ones over. Slide the two sections of the cap band over. Grab this and flip it up. Take this, ooh, we've got a hair in there somewhere. Take this band, take it off. Those bands then come off. Turn it over, just push it down and go through that side. And then take that to the end again so that it's secure while you slip that cap band over. And you just keep doing that until you've got a bracelet as long as you want it. Then you can play to your heart's content with what you do with these wings. And you can have it one day and wear it one way another day, because it doesn't basically set, it will sit where you put it, but you can easily just, you know, as you see, I even tried this one where I went up this way and then this way and then this way, and it looked really cute too, like stepping stones. Thought about putting borders on. I haven't done that yet, but these loops give really good spots to put any kind of border, whether it's a normal border or a knotted border or a slip knotted border, or you could do any of the borders that I'm going to do tutorials on, like a tug of war border or a curlicue border, anything like that. So if you had it, you could either do it running just with both bands together, and you could do your borders up there. That would be an interesting look, or you could do it with the pull completely apart like that and have quite a loose area between the border and the middle band running. And yeah, so it's really up to you. I'll try it once left-handed, and it's the same front and back, so it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter whether you forget when you put it down which side you're up to. Alright, so we put a single chain. I haven't ever tried looming left-handed, so I can do a few things left-handed, but let's see. Obviously not this very well. Let's try. It doesn't help that I'm trying to do it on camera. Here you go. There you go. So we've got our chain through, and then you'll be capping your bands, putting that down. You'll be capping your bands onto your left, however you would normally cap your bands. And then you'll be grabbing this back on the hook, grabbing your bands that are going to go next, which in my case will be my yellow ones, popping that over in between those two bands and looping that one back on, like so, sliding it down to the end of your hook and putting your band, your cap band, first cap band over the top, like that, and lifting this up and over, like that. Pulling this one off, holding onto it, letting those ones come off, grabbing that with your hook just to get it out of the way. I hook it over the top and putting that back on the other side, and then taking that out to the end and sliding that cap band over to complete it, and then you would start on your next chain. Alright, this tutorial is probably going on for longer than anyone needed, but hopefully you'll be now able to make a slip and slide bracelet and show me. I thought it'd be great for Christmas, or Christmas colours and glitters and all sorts of things would be really cute with this, I think. So I hope you enjoy that, and I'd love to see any of your renditions that you do. Please tag me on Instagram at Crazy Just Might Work. Subscribe. I'm going to be doing some more tutorials for my more recent designs, and yeah, if you tag me actually on the photo rather than just putting at Crazy Just Might Work in the comment, then I'm more likely to actually get to see yours. I do watch my feed, but it kind of disappears fairly quickly, so if I don't respond to something that you have put at Crazy Just Might Work in the comments, then try flagging me on the photo where it says tag people, and tag me and tag on the photo. Alright guys, thanks very much for that, and I'll catch you later. Bye.